Environmental Factors by Group 5. We decided to do our assignment on how a negative school environment can impact a child's development. School makes up a large portion of a child's everyday life. It is a place where they learn, play, and create new experiences. But what happens when the positive learning environment takes a turn for the worse? School may begin to become a negative experience for students. After a teacher scolds them, they're a victim of bullying and countless other possible reasons. This can make them feel judged for who they are and may begin to develop negative viewpoints of themselves. When this happens, the student may begin to fear coming to school. They may fear ridicule from their teacher or the other students around them, and many will begin to exhibit high levels of stress and depression both inside and outside the classroom. This can be incredibly damaging for a child, as while they are young, they are learning new things at an extremely fast pace. However, with their eagerness being stifled, they can lose all ambition and end up learning very little, which can lead to them falling behind other kids their same age. A common reason why a child will begin to develop a negative school experience is bullying and prejudice. Examples would include racial, religious, or LGBTQ+ bullying. Children will harass other students by condoning their behaviors through moral cognitive processes. Children tend to have an aggressive behavior that repeats over time and within the context of a power imbalance. A positive school environment can limit the impact of moral disengagement on students. Most children are exposed to bullying because of an unequal balance of power and influence. Students need school to be a healthy, positive environment where they feel safe. It will help to reduce their stress and potential aggression. In many cases, having a close relationship with another can help to diminish bullying. Studies have shown that a close relationship with a teacher is associated with fewer bullying episodes and its negative outcomes. Studies have also shown that a good relationship with children might help them consider the consequences of bullying. While close relationships with teachers can improve children to be more open and positive towards ethnic outgroups, and children with healthy relationships in their lives benefit and show better social, emotional, and behavioral outcomes. In many cases, even the classroom itself can influence how a child perceives school. When a classroom is inviting, they will be encouraged to work harder, participate in classwork, and feel more comfortable and at ease while in the building. However, whenever a classroom is decorated poorly, it can begin to make the child feel uneasy. They can feel isolated or awkward in the space. Olds once said, "A facility that works well for children and staff must be designed from the inside out, and also from the outside in with structural evaluation." Meaning, in order for everyone to be able to gain something out of it every day, you have to set up each student and every staff member for success. Doing so, one would simply have to decorate the classroom to help build character to the teacher, the classroom, and encourage the children's character and personalities to shine through. Without providing the students with a successful and appropriate environment, the students will have a lot of disadvantages in more areas than one. The students will suffer socially, cognitively, and emotionally. They will feel uncomfortable in their setting as well as uncomfortable with the people around them. In order to help the students succeed in cognitive development through their years in school, it is important to start with something simple, like a comfortable, bright, and welcoming classroom. It will help them tremendously. It's important to remember that when one student faces a negative school environment, it will rarely affect just that one student. When the others begin to see the treatment of the other student, they too may begin to exhibit similar behavior. In fact, the University of Washington conducted an experiment that shows how this can affect a child even at an extremely young age. In this study, a woman was playing with a toddler, getting him to perform basic tasks. Then, partway through, another woman comes in and begins to yell at the other woman for doing said tasks. After this, the child was shown to be very weary and unresponsive after being asked to do the same task that the woman had. This shows how the poor treatment of one individual can lead to others fearing similar retaliation. So how can we solve this issue? An important place to start would be to have the teachers trained to recognize when something is happening. This means looking out for signs of a student being bullied by another, as well as self-reflecting on how they treat their students. Furthermore, they can implement ways for students to easily and privately communicate with the teacher to express any issues they may be having. A good way to gauge how the students are affected by the teacher's attitude is to have class surveys with the express reason to air any grievances the students may have with the teacher. It is important that such surveys be anonymous and that the teacher explains that they are open and want to hear from the students about their issues, so that a student can feel safe to say what is troubling them without fear of backlash from the teacher. By doing so, they can better combat any issues that would arise quickly and allow students to recover at a faster rate by dealing with the issue directly rather than having it go unnoticed for a long period of time.